No more changes for the group B. Ladies and gentlemen, we can only finally start to start the next afternoon with no more category in the group B.
So very good morning from day 2 of the 2018 World Powerlifting European Open Championships from Berck-Sur-Mer. We're up in the northeast of France, in the Pas-de-Calais region, near the Belgian border, near Amiens, near Lille, and near Calais. So 4 events on day 2, 2 men's and 2 women's. Later on today, we've the women's 55 kg and 61 kg events, the men's 59, and we start off today with the men's 54 kg. We've got 13 going in this, and the first lifter comes from Peru. Diego Quispe in his first major championship. He's one of 3 juniors in this competition, and his first attempt at 70 kg is not a good lift. Split decision, 2-1 against. It was originally due to go in at 77, but elected for 70 instead, took 7 off it. Perhaps some of the early practices behind the stage not going according to plan, and his first lift didn't either. This is the largest field we've had so far. We've got the reigning European champion going in this, Dimitris Bakar-Christos, another European champion from 2015, Ali Jawad. Nice to see him back for Great Britain. They're going to be in Group A a little bit later. European bronze medalists representing the host nation, France, and the former Patrick Ardon, and the world junior champion, Egidijus Valsiukis of Lithuania also. It's going to be quite a long competition, the longest we've had to date. Those 13 entries. So next to go then for Italy is Raffaele Marale in his first major championship, aged 28, going to go for 91 kg here. Heaviest weight we're going to see in this opening round in Group B will be 120. Then obviously we hit the much higher weights in Group A. So Marmarale at 91, that looks very, very straightforward. And it is 3 out of 3 for Marmarale, and that's the first successful lift of the morning, 91 kg. And a clean bill of health all the way. All 3 referees happy with what they've seen. Our chief referee Martin Shaplov of Slovakia this morning, Andrea Horvath of Hungary, and Lesya Paruk of Russia. So that has him off the mark in his major championship debut. And it's a similar story for our next lifter from Korea, Park Kwang-yul. First major championship for him at the age of 29. Big year for lifters from Asia with the Asian Oceania Championships coming up in September, and then a month later the Asian Games in Jakarta. Early September, early October, the main dates on the calendar in 2018. They've got quite a large international team at the moment, around 20 in total. This for the 100 for Park. And that perfectly fine as well. 3 out of 3 from our referees. Hits the fronts. And no real worries there at all, technique-wise. Good and clean. All very, very straightforward. So next to go then for Lithuania, it is the World Junior Champion from Mexico City in December. Žygius Valsiukis turned 20 in May, finished 4th in the World Cup event a year ago in Hungary in Eger, and he's the world record holder in the junior bench press. He competed in Notwil in the World Junior Para Athletics Championships back in August. Starting off at 110 here. Heaviest weight we're due to see in Group A is going to be 158 in the opening round after Group B is done and dusted. So 110 for Valsiukis. Yeah, they've all gone against. Problems with that being raised. All 3 going against as well. He had a little glance over. He was curious himself as to whether he'd been successful with the lift. Unfortunately for him, then no joy. It's needed a bit of clarity as well when he was talking to the chief referee Martin Chapler there. So it's the second last to go then in this opening round. And this is Vasil Roshko of Ukraine. He's going to go for 115. 4th in the FASA World Cup in Dubai back in February, and 5th in the Ego World Cup a year ago in Hungary. It's his first major championship. Has competed in World Cup events previously. 115 didn't take him long to raise, and that is a good lift. Split decision, 2-1 in his favour. Good news for the Ukrainian. He's in the junior competition as well, along with Diego Kispe and Valzukis. So he hits the front with one more to go in this opening round of Group B. So we didn't see Stano at the World Championship, but he did win the junior title at the EGO World Cup last year. He finished 6th overall in that, 8th at the Paralympic Games in Rio, and was 4th in the last Europeans in EGO. They've had quite a number of big events there in recent years, so Hungary have developed a decent, quite large powerlifting squad at international level. They've got the World Championships going back there as well in 2021. And there's a World Cup back on there next year as well. So 120 for Stano. 3 out of 3 going his way. Good news for Stano. He hits the front. He's our leader at the end of the opening round of Group B in this men's 54 kg. Worked hard on that, but pulled it off and hits the front. This is the Salle Folle. It's the second basketball stadium in this impressive sports complex in Berck-Sur-Mer. And the Palais de Sport is just an athletics track away. So there's a capacity of around 1,500 plus the added seating for a few hundred more. The Palais de Sport is basically 200 metres away, is 5,000 capacity, and it's Berck Basket Club who are the home team here. They're in the 4th flight of French basketball, having been kings of French basketball back in the 70s. Into round 2 we go then, and this is Diego Kispe. Missed out at 70 in the previous round, going for 70 again here in round 2. Kispe for the second time at 70. Looked much better, but again voted down 2-1 against.
Datti, sono il bilanciere, ascoltami, non ti riesci in prof. Ascolta il prof, carico,
So Kispe struggling on his major championship debut. But not the same story with Raffaele Morale. In his first major championship, cleared 91 in the opening round, currently lying in 4th position. And in terms of the European Championship, he's lying in 3rd when you take Park of Korea out of it. Actually haven't sent a large team here, Italy. .94 kg, an improvement of 3 on the first round, and just 3 more kilometers on the bar, but it's an extra struggle for him to get that raise, and it took a long time to lift, and that is all 3 officials going against. Well, he did get it raised, but it took him forever to do so. There's an Italian team of 8 here. Sometimes you see considerably higher than that. Under their technical national director Sandro Bracci. Did very well at 91, but you can see the additional strain that just basically a couple of extra kilos on the bar of made to him. It took a long time for him to raise that. So next up then for Korea, having cleared 100 last time, this for 105, Park Gwang-Yo. Breeze through that the same way he did the 100, and that's again 3 out of 3. Happy with what they have seen referee wise. Park stays in 3rd in the open competition. Stano's looking to go up to 126 in this opening round, having cleared 120. It would keep him in front one way or the other anyway, because Vasil Roshko at the moment is not looking to overtake Stano's first round attempt. Remember, there's an international European junior competition in this also, and an open junior because of Kispe's presence. So Valsiukas missed 110 in the opening round, and this to go 2nd in the junior event. And we'll put him 3rd overall. So for 110, two and again. That left, two and against. That left hand was just a little bit higher than the right. Once he got the lift complete. Few things for him to iron out there. Bar didn't go up vertically straight, and not only was the left hand a bit lower, but a bit forward too. So That's 2 attempts at 110 he's missed out on. And remember, he is the world junior champion. A few struggles for Valsiukas here. Goes to Salia University, which is a fine sporting institution in its own right. Currently leading the junior event then is Vasyl Roshko of Ukraine. He's going for 119 here, which if he'd added one more kilo, then he'd be looking for the lead overall. Obviously aiming for something he knows that's slightly more doable. He's finished in the top 5 in his last 2 World Cup competitions. 4th in the FASA World Cup, 5th in the EGA World Cup. He's got it, 2-1. Good lift for 119. Increases his lead in the junior competition. He's only 1 kilogram behind Georgi Stano of Hungary now, overall. You can see the celebration as well, that he was overjoyed with what he'd pulled off. Cracking result. So Georgi Stano leading the way on 120 in this for 126. Fourth in the last European Championships in EGA 3 years ago. Junior gold when he went back there for the World Cup last year and finished 6th overall. European junior silver medalist last time out 3 years ago also. He's competitive all right, and he nailed that perfectly. All 3 satisfied with what they had seen, and so's he. It's a very, very good lift. Puts him in very good stead as we head towards the end of Group B in the final round. So Diego Quispe has had 2 attempts at 70 and missed them both so far. Peru hosting the Pan Ams next year in Lima. So currently they've got 6 powerlifters competing internationally, and he is the latest. If he gets this, he goes into the silver medal position in the Open Junior event, because Valsiukas is yet to register a lift. 70 for Gisby. Again, it's 2-1 against. There's perceived technique issues there. So he's got the strength, maybe too much speed. So it doesn't register a mark. So no official finishing place for Diego Gisby, and it might just be that Vasyl Roscoe ends up being the only one of the juniors to get a lift in the end. Zukas is in a perilous position himself, having had 2 misses. Barbarale of Italy cleared 91 in the opening round, but really struggled when the bar went to 94, and now here he is at 94 again. So for 94. Do you remember the last time it was very tricky for him? Took him a long time to get it raised. It's a bit fast. You may have stopped on the way up, and it's all 3 against, so he is parked on 91, and that's his best lift of the day. It still leaves him at the moment in the bronze medal position in the European Championship, but we still have Group A to come, and he is 4th overall. Also wasn't straight on the way up. So then Valziukis has a chance for a junior silver medal here. Going again for 110, which means that Vasyl Roscoe has won the junior. Both the European Junior and the European Open Junior. So for 110. That's it. He's got it. He's got the junior silver medal. Roscoe takes the gold, Valziukis the silver. It was 2 and against in previous lifts, but issue solved. So Park coming next for Korea. Looking again to lift 110, having cleared 100 and 105. Now down to 4th in the open competition, but this to put him back into 3rd place. So 110 for Park. That was untidy, and he knew it. The previous 2 lifts were great. So 105 is where he will finish up. So 126 to come for Vasil Roshko. Saving for a mark that would put him ahead of Georgi Stano in the head-to-head, but he has taken the junior golds. He'll get 2 of them. One will be presented on stage for the European Championship, and because the open medalists will be the same, they'll just have 1 medal ceremony. Roscoe looking to overtake Stano in the head-to-head. He's won the 2 junior gold medals up for grabs here. The second one will be presented behind the stage. This is the procedure. I see a little too much in the bar. It's not going to get fully raised, so this is out at 126. 119 is best instead, but at least he has the European junior title to his name. So 1 more lift left in Group B after this. He'd added 7 kilos to the bar. Was originally looking to do 125, 126 was just beyond him. 125 might have been the same story, but it's been a fruitful morning for him. And this to round off Group B then, Georgi Stano. Well, he's only 21, but he's a few major championships behind him. Didn't actually compete at the Worlds, but was 8th in Rio at the Paralympic Games and 4th in the last Euros in Egger 3 years ago, as we're now on an even-yeared path for the Continental Championships. So for 130. That was a battle threat for him, but it was beyond him. So 126 is where he bows out. He's our leader for now. Roshko with 119. Volziukas finally with 110 to get himself that silver medal in the juniors. Just couldn't get the arms extended. So Group B is done. Group A then to follow. And immediately the first lift in this, if it's successful, would obliterate all that we've seen so far. So Konstantin Panisyuk of Ukraine going for 140 straight away. Bronze in the Yegor World Cup a year ago in Hungary from Odessa, coached by Yegor Pirogov, was 9th in the World Championships in Mexico City. So for 140. Yeah, there you go. Leading immediately. Panisyuk hits the front. Without a problem for him. So next up for Turkey, Serkan Kakmaz. First European Championship, was 10th at the Worlds in December in Mexico City. Semih Ceylan is his coach from Antalya. 140 is his target as well. Was originally looking at 135, but seeing what the rest were going for, decided to up his horizons. Didn't hang around. 3 out of 3 in his favour, and he is our new leader. Very, very solid lift. And, without difficulty hits the front. So now let's see what Dimitrios Makakristos can pull off as he goes for 141 for Greece. Claimed gold in Eger 3 years ago. World Championship bronze medalist in Mexico City, having been 6th at the previous Worlds in Dubai, and bronze in Rio at the Paralympic Games, European gold and silver in his career. Gold 2015, silver 2013 in Alexin. Yep, good for 141. All three in his favour. And Bakker Christos, who won this title when it was last held 3 years ago. It was late November 2015 when those last European Championships were held in Eger. And he did enough. Well, Britain well represented in this. Ali Jawad we'll be seeing later, who won gold as well at the last Europeans at a different weight. Adam Alderman is next now. And he is looking for 142. Originally he was down for 146. Fourth in his last Europeans, which was 5 years ago in Russia. Been involved in the javelin as well in his sporting career, and that's had another lift. All three going his way, and he is our new leader. So on we go. It's a really, really solid lift. So next up for the host nation, here in Berck-Sur-Mer, it is Patrick Adon. Won bronze in 2013 in Alexin and was fourth at the last Europeans in Eger. Since then, didn't register a weight in Rio at the Paralympic Games, was sixth at the World Championships in Mexico City at the end of last year. Alexis Kerou's coach, lives in Paris, born Martinique, and aiming to hit the frontier. It is the third heaviest weight that'll be attempted in this opening round. So for the lead, Ardon. All of the main contenders are from Europe at this weight, and Ardon's one of them. You can see why. 2-1 in his favour, and Patrick Ardon of France is our new leader. Fabulous. So he is firmly in the box seat. And France, good prospects of quite a lot of success in this competition, because they also have Excel Bourlon. And here he comes in his first major championship. From Rouen and Handisport Rouennais. $150, the target for Bourlon, which is 5 kilos more than Patrick Ardon. Didn't hang around, didn't need to. Perfect lift. And Boulon is our new leader, and it's France 1-2. France yet to win a medal. It's early on day 2, and surely that will change. They've got 2 spots in the podium at the moment, the gold and silver medal positions, with just 1 lifter to go in this opening round. And that was very, very assured by Axel Boulon. Great to see Ali Jawad back for Great Britain. European champion at 65 kg, 2 weight divisions up. Last time out in Nego 2.5 years ago. Silver at the Paralympic Games in Rio, but after that, out for the next 18 months after a massive flare-up of Crohn's disease, which has affected his career, but he has been world champion in Dubai in 2014, and because of illness then missed Mexico City. Back after 18 months. Bronze at the Commonwealth Games in Gold Coast, where they have a bench press competition. This to take the lead, 158. And he made it look so easy. And he is our leader. And he's on the podium, and to be honest, with that weight, he looks as if he's going to stay there. That was just fantastic. 3 out of 3. That was top quality lifting, and Ali Jawad hits the front. He's lost a lot of weight since his last European success, and illness will have played a part in that. That was just a magnificent lift. 2 gold medalists from the last European Championship ending up in the same weight division, and Jawad is winning that battle supremely. 158, and he's in the lead by a long way. So in front by 8 kilos at the moment, with Boulon lifting 150 to Jawad's 158. I've already won golds here, have Britain, thanks to Zoe Newson yesterday in the women's 41 kg, winning both the European title and the Open gold as well. And we only have 2 medal ceremonies per event if there are different people on the podium, which won't be the case here, as all of the main lifters now are European, and that's not going to change. Panisyuk of Ukraine lifted 140 in the opening round, and this for 146. This to move him up into the bronze medal position. Currently in 7th place, and he has jumped into 3rd. 2-1 in his favour, Konstantin Panisyuk. Well, he's 4 kilos off the silver medal position at the moment of Axel Boulon. He overtakes Patrick Ardon by a kilo. Impressive lift. Excellent lift. So there's a little change in the running order as Adam Alderman comes out now, aiming for 146. So 146 for Alderman is good. So now he goes into the bronze medal position. On the head-to-head with Panasiuk, he's lighter body weight by 240 kilos, by 240 grams. Thinking about the bigger weights, well, we'll have them later in the week. But actually a quarter of a kilo lighter, so he is into third, and for Panasiuk to overtake, he has to lift successfully in the next round. Second, Kakmaz going for 149 now. It's a big leap from what he did in the previous round, which was 140. It's 9 kilos heavier. So 149. 2-1 against. There's probably extra height needed. So Bako Christos returning now, and he too is adding an extra 9 kilos to the bar as he aims for 150. And this would put him into third position. It's the same weight as lifted by Axel Bourlon of France in the opening round, but Bourlon, at the moment would take it on the head-to-head with both men being equal terms. That is going to be too difficult. He wasn't going to get that lifted, and aiming for too much that time, and he's going to have to come back and do 150 again. I think he knew pretty early that it wasn't going to come off. So stays on 141, Bako Christos, which is 6th place. Jawad leading for Great Britain, 158. Bourlon in 2nd position, who we'll see shortly. And Ardon now out of the medals, dropping to 5th, having had the 3rd best lift of the opening round of 145. This to put him into the silver medal position, above his teammate Bourlon. So 150 for Patrick Ardon. Just narrowly missed out on a medal of the last European Championships, down in 4th. Just got that right, got that up. Oh, but it's 2 and against. Well, 145 is successful lift. What happened to him 3 years ago in Ego was he lifted successfully in the opening round and missed out in rounds 2 and 3, and he lost out on a medal by 3 kilos to Ivan Arnautov of Russia, who obviously is not here. So Ardon stays in 5th position. That 150 only needed to impress one more referee. Axel Borlon is next in 2nd position and going for 154. The intention for him here was to defend 2nd place, not to try and overtake Ali Jawad until maybe the final round if Jawad struggles with the lift we're going to see shortly. He's already in the tunnel, you'll see. He's keen. So Borlon in what is his first major championship. Looking good for a medal, but this would be a big help. And it is 3 out of 3, good lift, and Borlon stays in the silver medal position and makes his prospects of silver all the stronger. There have been a couple of attempts to nudge him downwards. Well, it gets interesting from here then. Ali Jawad going for 163, 158 in the opening round. Borlon would have it on the head-to-head against Ali Jawad if they were to finish on the same lift weight. His bronze medal won at Gold Coast, his 2nd Commonwealth Games bronze. He's had 3 top 5 finishes, having been 5th in Delhi in 2010. European gold and bronze in his career. He's only competed at 2 European Championships. Remember, there was a big gap between Euros between 06 and 2013. We saw something very similar in para-athletics as well, where the Continental Championships weren't run for a few years. Well, if he gets this, then the gold would be just about his. Well, he's been here before, he's done it before, he's done it again. I think that's the gold medal now. Powerful stuff. I don't think that's beatable today. 163, and Ali Jawad looks in a winning frame of mind. It was just a terrific lift. So we go into the final round then. Now Britain do still have a chance of getting 2 men on the podium. Adam Alderman has cleared 146. And this to rocket up the rankings. But it's the lightest lift of the 7 in the final round. If he gets this, then he goes 3rd, and it makes it incredibly interesting for the remainder. And yes, he has! Little flash which went away, but he's got all 3 on his side, and he goes into the bronze medal position. So every lift from here on in is aiming for a medal. That was a marvellous lift. All 3 attempts good for Adam Alderman. Battled through a shoulder injury to finish 4th at the European Championships in 2013. That's the last championship he competed in. He was in a car accident shortly after that, was out for 12 months, so we haven't seen him in a major championship since. For Greece then, Dimitrios Bakakristos. Missed 150 in the previous round, and this to go into the bronze medal position. Jawad with 163 and Borlon 154. Bakakristos lifting 141, but really struggled last time out with 150. Coming back in at that weight. Now he's struggling again, and even more so this time. So 141 is where he will finish at. At the moment, he's in 6th position. And it'll be 7th at worst for him. Now currently down in 7th position, but aiming for 3rd if he gets this. For 150, Serkan Kakmaz of Turkey. Adam Alderman currently in 3rd place with 149. At the European Championships for the first time. Wasn't in the Turkish squad when we last had a Europeans. And it's all 3 against. So 140 is where he ends, and he finishes in 7th, and Bakakristos then in 6th. Was looking for something major there. It's it's always worth a closer look when you've lifters of short stature. All happens a lot quicker. Five to go. And here comes Konstantin Panisyuk of Ukraine. He's lifted 140 and 146 so far. Now he's aiming for 151. Bronze in Eger a year ago at the World Cup there. And aiming for a bronze here too now. Remember, Borlon on 154 and Jawad 163. Adam Alderman of Britain still in 3rd place with 149. .151 for Panisyuk. He has not been given it. Took a bit of thinking time for the referees. I had to judge whether the arms were fully raised. And sufficiently locked in position. and they all thought not. So down to the final three then. Patrick Ardon currently is down in 5th position, having lifted 145 in the opening round. This is his aim at 151. 150, which he'd missed out on in round 2. And he wasn't that far off securing it. It was 2 and against. 150, even if he was aiming for here, would be, if successful, good for bronze. And there's nothing anybody could do about it by that stage. So at the moment, Ardon is in 5th place. And if this lift is successful, then it is bronze. The top 2 are secure. Alderman in 3rd is not. Missing 150 in round 2 has affected the potential for his competition. So the top 4 at the moment. 2 British in it. Will we have 2 French in the medals? Ardon got it raised. Did it take too long? Is he good? Oh, he's not got it. It's another 2 and against. And that would have been 2 Frenchmen in the medals. Instead, it's 2 Britons in the medals. It just took a while for him to get it raised. Sometimes they go for you and sometimes they do not. And Ardon misses out. 145 puts him in 5th place. Panisiuk in 4th. And Alderman has the bronze medal for Britain in his first major championship in 5 years. And Britain will have 2 medals. But what colours? It's Axel Bourlon, currently in the silver medal position on 154. It says a lot that nobody actually tried to overtake that of the 5 below him in the final round, so it is silver at least. And by going for 163, he's trying to match Ali Jawad's lift from round 2 and to beat him on the head-to-head in terms of body weight. So for Bourlon, 163, and remember it is his first major championship as well. Can he be crowned European champion? Needs this lift. Well, he gave it a really, really good effort. Today, it was beyond him. It's still a European silver for Axel Bourlon, and Ali Jawad is the European champion again on his big powerlifting return. Bourlon was not going to get that raised. It's on his major championship debut, a European silver medal, which is still a terrific result. Ardon was almost up there with a bronze, but he misses out. So there's 1 Frenchman instead of 2, and 2 British on the podium. And on the top step will be Ali Jawad. Well, what a return for him. Bronze in the Commonwealth Games and European champion again. And he's going for something quite conservative after lifting 163 in the previous round. If he'd been matched by Bourlon, aiming for 165. So 165 to round off for Ali Jawad. And his 2 previous lifts done with ease. And it's the same story here. 3 out of 3. Ali Jawad is the European champion. Magnificent comeback. And a man really loving his sport and revelling being back in it. Having missed 18 months of competition. His first 2 major events back, he medals in both, and he's the European champion again. He was at the heavyweight category of 65 kg last time out in Egger 2.5 years ago, and now back in the European Championships and back as European champion. 165, Ali Jawad gets the gold for Great Britain. Axel Boulon the silver for France, and Adam Alderman the bronze for Britain in his first major championship in 5 years. And the medal ceremony is on the way.
Mesdames, Messieurs, cérémonie protocolaire de remise des médailles dans la catégorie messieurs, moins de 54 kg Open Junior. Merci d'accueillir les médaillés.
So the medal ceremony then for this men's 54 kg event, starting off with the junior.
Les médailles qui nous seront remises par Madame Berck-Sur-Mer, présidente de la Fédération française handisport, et M. Kadir Emma Rosaman, vice-présidente de World Powerlifting.
Silver medalist representing Lithuania.
Médaille d'argent représentant la Lituanie.
So Julius Valziukis, the world junior champion, picks up a European junior silver medal here. Final lift of 110. Coming in the final round, he'd lifted it in round 1. Missed out. Needed 3 attempts at the same weight, but got it eventually. And as a result of that, is on the podium with the silver. And he's 20 years old. So silver for Valziukis.
Champion d'Europe Junior Open, représentant l'Ukraine et médaille d'or.
So only one set of medals being presented here, but they will get another set behind the stage for the European Championship and for the Open competition as well. Diego Quispe of Peru, having finished in third position. Well, actually, he didn't register a weight.
Mesdames et messieurs, merci de vous lever si vous le pouvez pour l'hymne national de l'Ukraine.
Let's go for Ukraine. So gold then for Ukraine and Vasyl Roshko, silver for Julius Valziukas. These are the medals for the open competition. There were just the two Europeans, these two in the European Junior Championship, and as a result of that, there's only a gold medal in that. And Roshko will presumably be handed that behind the stage, just to prevent a second medal ceremony and the Ukrainian anthem going out a second time for beating the same men. Soroshko with the European Junior and the Open Championship golds, and Valziukas with the Open Championship silver. No European Junior silver being awarded. Well, we're going to do it anyway for the European Junior gold medal. Out he comes again, Vasyl Roshko. So he's got one gold medal and he's about to receive his second.
Gold medalist and the new European Junior Champion. Representing Ukraine.
Médaille d'or, les nouveaux champions d'Europe junior représentant l'Ukraine.
So Vasyl Roshko, who lifted 115 and then 119, missed out at 126, which ultimately would have seen him finish in 8th position overall in the full European event. In the end, finishes in 9th place in the senior. Open Junior Champion, and now receives his second medal for being European Junior Champion, Vasyl Roshko for Ukraine. He's so good they played it twice. Vasyl Roshko, Junior Champion on the double in Berck-Sur-Mer. So now the medal ceremony for the senior competition at 54 kg, and in terms of the open event and the European Championship, it is the same three medalists in the same three order. 2 for Britain, 1 for France. And in the end, Britain and France providing for the top 5. Patrick Ardon would have forced his way onto the podium, and he managed to lift 151 to take the bronze medal, but in the end he missed out.
Médaille de bronze représentant la Grande-Bretagne.
Adam Alderman of the Suffolk Spartans Club First major competition in 5 years, and he's back on the podium with a bronze. It's his first major championship medal. Had been a javelin thrower before, trained with Fatima Whitbread. He's been a movie extra as well. Great to see him back with his best ever result, having just missed out on the medal in his last Europeans 5 years ago. Axel Boulon with a magnificent major championship debut. European silver medal. Successful at 150 and 154. Tried at 163 in the final round. Missed out in that. But as it was, the man who took the gold lifted heavier in the final round. Well, Boulon would have really put pressure on it. He managed that final lift. It would have put him into the gold medal position with one lift to go.
Médaille d'or, le champion d'Europe représentant la Grande-Bretagne.
Mark of a fantastic champion, back after severe illness for 18 months, and here he is, European champion, in the aftermath of last month getting a Commonwealth Games bronze medal across those 60 nations that compete in that big event. Ali Jawad claims his second European title for Great Britain. Wow, what a success for Ali Jawad. Absolutely fantastic to see him back, competing at the highest level and winning titles at the highest level. And do remember that when he was European champion at the last European Championships 3 years ago, that was a weight division 2 weights up, 11 kilos heavier. That was at 65 kg. Now he's at 54. And a champion here too for Britain. Great result for him, and for Adam Alderman as well, who we haven't seen in a major championship for 5 years. Picks up the bronze. And Axel Boulon is a man who I think we're going to see for quite a number of major championships to come as well. First time he's competed at